Hi, my name's Louise Fletcher, and I'm coming to you from my messy art studio in the Yorkshire Dales in the UK. Thank you for answering my question as to what your biggest concern about your art is. And your biggest concern about your art is how to stop procrastinating and or to make more time for art. And I think what's important to say here is there are some different reasons why this might happen. So making time for art isn't always quite the same problem as procrastinating, and you know which one you have. Making time for art can be one of two things. We're not making it into enough of a priority, or right now it might not be the priority. So if you have very young children, or if you're caring, particularly if you're caring for elderly parents or you're caring for an elderly partner, it might not be possible to make time. And sometimes we have to just forgive ourselves and say, at the moment, I'm choosing to do this other thing. And therefore, I can let myself off the hook, the stress and pressure and the reasons why I'm not doing this other thing. So I just want to say that up front, because it is possible at certain times of our lives the other things are genuinely the priority, and we have to do those things. Mostly, though, what happens is it's more a case of we don't make it a priority. We don't make ourselves a priority. So art is something that gives us pleasure. We don't always feel we deserve to have that much pleasure, or we feel that other people's needs come ahead of our own. And it's really important to be aware of this if this is you, because other people's needs do not come ahead of your own. And also, painting and making your art or ceramics or whatever you do will make you a nicer person, a better person for the people in your life. And you're not doing the people in your life any favors necessarily by doing everything for them. I think it's important to say that too. So, are you just not making time for your art because you generally don't make time for yourself? You don't put yourself first. And you see art as something frivolous and something to be done when all the important things are over. But are you going to wait until you're dead? Like, when is it going to be time for you to make art a priority? I just want you to be aware of when that's happening, because your art is so important. You expressing what's inside you is so important. No one else can do it. Literally, no one else can ever, has ever, or will ever make the art that lives inside you. So if you don't do it, no one will. And I think that's a crying shame. I think you were put on this earth with the interest to watch this video, then you were put here to make art. And if you're not doing it, you're not fulfilling your part of the bargain. You weren't put here to hoover the stairs one more time or make an extra special dinner for everyone. You might have been put here to do that as well, but art was a key part of it for you. Otherwise, you wouldn't have the desire to be watching this video. Third group of people, you're procrastinating and you don't know why. You do have time, but you're putting off going into your workspace or getting your paints out. We only procrastinate about things that we don't enjoy or that somehow we don't know how to do. So I often procrastinate about accounting. I don't like it, I'm not very good at it, and I feel I'm going to come up against something I don't know how to deal with, so I put it off. Once I get going, I can quite enjoy sorting it all out in the organisation of it, but there's a looming thing about I'm not going to be able to do it. This is most often the cause of procrastination when it comes to making our art. I'm not going to be able to do a good painting. I'm not going to be able to get this right. I'm not going to be able to make something I'm happy with. And the problem here is that the need to make something that you think is good and that you're happy with is spoiling your ability to make something that's good that you're happy with. Because the way we make something good that we're happy with is we follow what feels good. We follow our joy with no idea where it's leading us. So it feels really good to me to make big, bold shapes, for example. It feels really good to me to use strong darks against strong lights. It feels really good to me to let paint drip. It feels really good to me to have bits of collage peeping out from my paintings. If I start a painting just knowing those four things, I can make a really good start without having any idea where it's going to end up. And then it ends up somewhere because I'm following what makes me feel good. Now that's an abstract example, but let's say you're a representational painter. What makes you feel really good is using a palette knife with thick paint to do your portraits. But that makes your portraits not look as much like the person as you want them to. So what feels good clashes with the end result. If you follow what feels good, you will get good enough to make the end result that you want. So it just naturally follows. But you have to drop the idea of the end result and follow what feels good or what you enjoy or what you like to look at, and trust that that will bring you back to where you need to be, because your soul, spirit, whatever you want to call it, internal person, God, the universe, the source of all creativity, whatever you want to call that thing, it already knows what you should be doing. And the way you know is when you feel good. And the way you know you're doing it wrong for you, is when you feel tight and tense. So for example, I don't like drawing anymore. I'm good at drawing. I can draw things that are realistic. I don't enjoy it. So when I'm drawing, I feel bored. I feel a bit tense. I feel a bit irritated. Like, I can't be bothered. Let me just stop doing this. If I force myself to draw because I tell myself that drawing is important and all good artists draw well, now I'm just going to be miserable. If I say to myself, oh, that means I shouldn't be drawing then, and just go do the thing I feel good about, I will get a lot further in my art. So if you're procrastinating, I think it's because you're doing things you don't enjoy because you think you should, and that is a recipe for disaster. Now, once a year, I teach a free 8-day extravaganza of creativity that I want to invite you to come and join, because we are going to dive right into all this stuff. We are going to get past all those blocks. We are going to shove them out of the way. We are going to get you making time for your art, whether the problem is prioritizing it or whether the problem is your procrastination. We're going to get rid of all of it. We're going to just blow it up, and you are going to have so much fun. So come and join me for the free 8-day Find Your Joy Taster course. There is a full course that follows the taster course. Of course, there always is with these things, but you do not have to be going to join that. This 8 days will change things for you massively. I know it will, because I've seen it happen for thousands of people. So please come and join us. Sign up at the link below, and let's get you making the kind of art that gets you prioritizing it, that gets you dying to get into your workspace, that gets you looking for a chance to get your paints out. Because I know that you have amazing things inside you, and I can't wait to help you find them. So hopefully I'll see you soon on the course. It's really easy to join in. You don't need any technical skills, and you do not need to be there live. Everything is delivered by email and video, so no excuses. See you there. Bye.